Hello, today I would like to show you my recent purchase. It is a shoulder mic for my Motorola Ion. I was waiting like 6 months to put my hands on it. That's because the Motorola Ion is using a different connector and none of my shoulder mic are compatible. It is exactly the same one as on the Motorola R7. And for the Motorola Ion, we are going to use the RM780. We've got also the RM730, which got a much smaller head, and the RM760, which do not have a volume adjustment. So that was the absolutely best fit for my use case. Here you can see the information that it is a large model with the IP68 rating. So let's take a look what we've got. So here we've got some documentation. This is not interesting for us. Here we've got our Impress RSM. Do we've got something interesting over here? Yes, we've got. So you can pause and take a look if you would be interesting. Here you've got a spare part, and as you can see, you can replace a broken cord. If you order that part, you can replace just the wire. And this is how it looks like. So you are welcome to pause if you would like to be interested in reading that. But let's take a look at the most interesting part, which is the shoulder mic itself. Let's remove that. Here we've got information how to remove the clip. This is how it presents. It looks absolutely beautiful. I make great choice to purchase unit with a larger head, so not the 730. This is the RM780. The size is absolutely perfect, so if I'm going to operate it in winter with glove, this is a proper size to go. And it feels absolutely amazing. The wire is extremely heavy duty. Like, this is honestly a really beefy wire. Here is some sort of information. Let's take a look. Nothing interesting. And the new side connector. It looks exactly the same as on the Motorola R7. So that looks like it's going to be a new standard. Looks like we can hand tight it. But we also have got like a Allen key. Just like we read in the manual, we can order a spare part in case of it's being damaged. This is how it looks like. It's got absolutely beautiful texture, 100% weatherproof. It is a IP67, so just take a look how beautiful it is. Here we've got a connector. From the picture it looks like a headset, but I would assume that's going to be a listen only earpiece, but maybe I'm not correct. Maybe it also supports a microphone, but I don't think so. We've got a beautiful PTT, just like on the Motorola's from a DP2400 series. I love the recess button. Here we've got like a guard, so it's preventing accidental PTT. If you go like this, that is protecting. With glove, absolutely beautiful click. On bottom we've got our programmable buttons, and it's basically replicating those one. So you can grab a CPS and program any function that you need. So it looks absolutely beautiful. Just take a look. It is amazing piece of tech. We've got a volume adjustment that is like a rocker switch. We can go like this and up, down, and we've got replicated the emergency orange button. The clip can be removed or rotate 360 degrees. Let's compare it across a different one from Motorola. This is like the iconic look. I've got with a 2-pin connector for like a commercial application, but exactly the same form factor you can find for like a DP2400 or DP4800. They are going to be look exactly the same with a different connector, and you can clearly see the difference in size of the wire. And I have to tell you that the bigger the better. I've got a lot of speaker mic from China, and for a everyday duty operation they were lasting for like 1 month. So I will never purchase any non-genuine speaker mic because they are going to be breaking so fast. I'm swapping two-way radios, and the genuine Motorola speaker mics are lasting and they are looks like new, and they never got any problem with the wiring inside. I've got in my hand a lot of different speaker mics, including a military one for a Harris radios, and the closest match that I managed to find is that one. It is a 80X speaker mic from like a 380 series, 360 series DGP, and this is the 80X extremely expensive speaker mic. We've got a volume adjustment, but here it is like a passive one. We've got our orange emergency, and I would say with the wire thickness, that one is offering a similar quality. You can see that it is listed as a explosive proof for a firefighter's use, and you've got a similar build quality, so it is absolutely amazing. I love it. Let's try to plug it in. So we are going to mate our connector. It needs to go into that slot, and now we've got the ability to screw it in. We can hear the Motorola have recognized that we've got our speaker mic connected, and if I'm going to press the PTT, it's going to be working. We are going to grab it for a test, but first let's try to listen how does it sound. I've got my volume adjusted to a pretty high level, and let's see how does it work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, radio check, radio check. It sounds absolutely great. Let's take a look at the volume adjustment because it is quite interesting. On the Motorola Ion we've got a real potentiometer for adjusting a volume. It is not a rotary encoder, it is a real hardware analog potentiometer that is most likely being digitalized by the microcontroller. But on the remote shoulder mic we've got a digital input. We've got this button that can go to lower volume and to increase the volume, and as we are doing that, it's giving us an audio feedback, so we are going to know which kind of settings we are currently on. And if you take a look at the screen, I'm going to be lowering the volume, and as you can see, it's lowering on the radio, and now I'm mute. But let's take a look what's going to happen when we are going to even slightly touch our real hardware knob. We go back to real physical value that the knob was set. So it is quite interesting because we can go and make it quiet over here. So we are set to the maximum volume, but here we are on the mute position, and if we touch it even slightly, we jump to the mute. So this is something that you might pay attention, because if you are on the lowest setting and you make adjustment, if it's going to rub on anything, then it will reset and go for that. I would advise you go into like 50% on your real hardware and then make the final adjustment with your RSM. And if it's going to slightly touch, you will go to 50% and not get any problems. This is just my personal tip. Let's take it into field and see how does it sound. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is radio check using Motorola Ion and the remote shoulder mic RM780 on the 511 tactical jacket in the designated shoulder mic loop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is radio check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is radio check using Motorola Ion and the remote shoulder mic RM780 on the 511 tactical jacket in the designated shoulder mic loop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is radio check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is radio check using Motorola Ion without any accessories. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Radio check, speaking around 15 centimeters from the Motorola Ion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Radio check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is radio check using Motorola Ion without any accessories. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Radio check, speaking around 15 centimeters from the Motorola Ion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Radio check. As you were able to hear, the shoulder mic worked really great. The push-to-talk button got a great tactile feedback. Even if you are operating with glove, it's got a great shape and just working absolutely amazing. So this is how it looks like. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you find it interesting. See you next time. And bye bye.